On the show tonight, we recap the Crows' win over Port in the Showdown. Look forward to the AFLW Grand Final after the women defeated Freo over the weekend, as well as all of your other favourite segments. Let's get stuck into it.
This is Graham Goodings, and you're listening to The Crowject.
In his first showdown, has the game on his boot. There's nothing the coaches can do. It's only one man to cover himself in glory. Was coming back and got there. The scenes at the Adelaide Oval.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of the Crowject podcast. I dare say we're all up and about still after Friday night.
Yeah,
Up
and about.
Yeah, around them. Shout out to our sponsors off the top, as always, in PayMed SA, Trojan Aluminium, and Nathaniel's Coffee and
Panini.
Thank you, Peter. Before we jump into a recap, we will just head around the table, and I'm going to start with the Queen. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to hear.
What's her name?
Elodie.
Oh,
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
if you don't know by now, you'll definitely know by the end.
Okay.
She'll stick in your mind. Pilot Pete.
g'day mate, how are you?
Good, thank you. Benny Mac, welcome back.
Rough and about. How we going?
Yep.
Good. And last but not least, Leighton, what is happening?
Oh, I'm still riding the high from the weekend. That's it.
Yeah,
What's
I
happening?
don't think I care what happens in this weekend's game.
Yeah.
That's tided me over for a month.
A month?
A month.
Yeah,
good
wow.
month.
4 losses in a row, you'll be fine.
Hey, at least we got the one that matters. Who wants to give the result from Friday night? I'm going to the Queen.
Ooh, me, the one who was probably the drunkest. Oh, I don't know, Ben might have been
it
up
was a
there
neck and neck
too.
battle.
Touch and go.
Just like our fantasy contest, neck and neck battle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we'll talk about that later. But most importantly, the final result, 15-6-96. Crom defeated Port 13-14-92.
It was a lovely night.
It was good.
Best showdown win of all time. Discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yes.
Goal after the siren.
I think for the theatre of it as well.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
It's
19 points down in the last quarter. Port kicking inaccurately. That's always good to see.
Thanks, Trevor Spoke.
It's happened twice.
Yeah.
We've kicked goals after the siren. So I mean,
To win.
Yes.
We've
yeah.
had it happen against us a few times.
Yeah, I think especially given what happened 2 weeks ago, that
Mhm.
makes this win even bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. And it was good to see like Jordan Dawson, new recruit, coming in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Ken Hinkley still wondering where his tour of Alberton went wrong, really.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if you were all the same, but as soon as Lockie Murphy went down, all I said was, "Stay down. Don't take the kick.
Yeah.
Don't take the kick. Don't take the kick."
Nah, I kept on saying, give it to Rob, give it to Rob.
No, the
That would
whole
have
of
been
the,
better.
the whole of the hill were definitely in conjunction with that sentiment. And,
Yes.
maybe a few other choice words were said in between, but
Yeah, Murphy can only kick like 45
Yeah.
on a good day.
If Rob lined up to kick it, I feel like the teams would just go and get in their huddles.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They'll just be laughing at him. They'll just be
We know
laughing
where
at
this
him.
is going. There's going to be a point and he kicks it out of bounds.
Everyone's just left and like walking off the ground. Come on, guys, watch my kick.
Rob, come over when you're ready.
It'll somehow bounce off the post back into his head. like it happened during the game. Who hand passed it into his head?
Himmelberg.
Yes. Oh,
Himmel
my God.
slug.
Except not so well.
Not so bad, Himmelberg, this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Funny you mention Himmelberg because he's the first dot point. Has he re-established his nickname in The Answer?
I think he was always the answer. He just left us guessing for a bit, but
Yes.
we've got it. We've got the question and he's the answer. The question is, can you play one good game this year? Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
God. He led us on Supercoach points.
I dare say
Oof.
that's
good.
That
Yeah.
is good.
Supercoach is very skewed though, isn't it?
yeah. Supercoach, obviously they get more points kicking goals when the game is very close, and he
Yeah.
kicked 2 in like the last 5 minutes,
Which
he
is a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good thing.
He
Ah,
he
good.
probably would have gotten like 40 Supercoach points for those 2 goals.
Wow.
I didn't know you knew so much about stats. But anyway, we need to talk about the salt that was pouring out
Deep breaths.
when that ball started curving back.
Oh.
Just before that, just seeing some of the Port fans going, and then you could pinpoint right where their
Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that, Elodie? Do you remember anything about that?
I remember the kick, and apparently there's video footage of it. I haven't seen it yet.
Elodie
But
was
then-
so drunk she thought it went left to right.
Where even is the ball? Who's got it? I was looking at the wrong end of the field.
What is ball?
Nah, I think I was looking, and everything was a little bit blurry, and I think I looked over to Leighton and Andy to see if they were crying or celebrating, and I was like, oh, we're celebrating, all right. So I was just going along with it. But yeah, the vibe was just unreal. I think everyone was just hugging and...
I have watched the video that Leighton recorded,
Yeah.
and all I hear is you just going, It's just, and then, like everyone getting up and about. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Back to the theatre of the game. Yeah. It looked like it was missing by about a kilometre. Not even making the distance.
Yeah,
But no, perfect kick. Never in doubt. Everyone was saying with Dawson with the ball.
exactly.
And if you listen to the start of the pod, you would have heard the call by Anthony Hudson. And aren't we happy that it was Anthony Hudson on the call?
Yes.
And not Dwayne.
Or Jared Healy.
He wouldn't have said anything.
Nah.
Dwayne, like,
Kicks it.
as soon as he kicked,
It's on!
Goal.
Dwayne just walked out with his bottle of milk as soon as it went through. How didn't want to have anything to do with
We'll
it.
put that up on the socials again. The 2 litre skim milk of him just chugging that one. Great.
So obviously Jordan Dawson won the medal. But I dare say...
Well, he was pretty much.
He wasn't the only contributor.
Yeah.
So
He
Other players.
who was our favourite contributor for the game, barring Jordan Dawson? Who do we like?
Himmelberg. Can't believe I'm saying it.
Wow,
Himmelberg.
he's done it.
I liked Lockie Gollant.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
Gollins.
he was lovely.
Yep.
Gallant or Gallant?
Mate, I don't
Mitsubishi.
care.
Yeah,
I think-
Mitsubishi Gallant
Lachlan,
VR4.
Lockie, please write into this show and let us know how
Yeah.
to spell it. Say it. Whatever.
Spell it.
He's going to write in. It is said Gollant. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Lockie.
Oh, I understand now.
He only had 6 touches but kicked 4 goals straight.
Yeah, that's
From like
impressive.
the
That's awesome.
second quarter to like halfway through the
Efficient.
third. Very efficient.
Very efficient. I liked Rob.
Rob.
I thought Rob was good. Did you think Rob was good?
Rob was good.
He
Fun
was.
fact, he's leading the hitouts in the league.
He is.
Yeah.
He
After
is.
3 rounds.
And Wits is second. So there you go, Robin
Yeah.
Wits.
Well, it helps when he had 45 on the weekend.
Yeah,
That is
that's
literally
how-
half of how
Dominated.
many he's got, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he led us in tackles. I think tying with Schoenberg, 9 tackles for the game.
Yeah,
So,
that's strange.
yeah.
He was probably just falling over. So.
Just fall over near a player. Yeah, tackle.
His little knobbly knees. You can't escape him. Gets stuck between the little knees.
This is going to be a bit left field, but I thought that Ned McHenry, with his effort, especially in the fourth, there were some key pivotal moments where he was able to get in to get the ball.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I was fucking filthy at him.
Yeah, I
At,
know.
at 3/4 time,
Yeah.
when he sprayed that, hit the... I'm not going to say it. It hit a certain part of the ball and it went nowhere near the goals.
Yeah.
Did Dwayne say it at the time?
I hope not. But, yeah, I don't know. He just does a lot of little things. He tries hard.
Yeah, especially in the last quarter. The whole team sort of lifted. I think we had like plus 10 in contested possessions in that last quarter. Had sort of all the momentum. I liked Keys. I know we say every week, but I liked his last quarter especially. I think he had heaps of clearances.
Yeah,
In those
11
important
clearances
times,
for the
yeah.
game.
And the other one, Lockie Scholl. I think
He's a
I
good
think he
boy.
has to stay in the team.
Yeah.
I still don't
Yeah,
know
I think-
how he didn't start
Yeah,
round 1 against
yeah.
Freo.
Well, he's proven himself now, hasn't he?
Yeah, 24 touches, 1 goal, 1. That's about it. But yeah, still good.
That's it! Come on!
But how many kilometres did he run? Because usually he
that's
runs
a
a
good
lot.
point.
What's the David McKay stat?
Oh, no, yeah, we haven't...
So
oh,
1 kilometre
God, the
per
important
touch?
stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the aim?
Jeez.
1 kilometre per touch?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So you can't play too well. You can't have too many touches unless you want to
exactly.
run 30
You've got to run
Ks.
further to get the touches. So yeah, you don't want to do like a Matt Crouch and get like 30 handballs, but have to run 40 Ks to get them. No, that wouldn't be good.
We will we'll
did-
find out the running stats.
Yeah, Lockie Shaw in 15.3 kilometres. So he covered the most distance for the game. So
Well, there you go.
Not surprising.
that's nice.
That gets a round of applause.
Yeah, very nice. The other person that I liked was Hinge. I thought Hinge
Yep.
was very solid.
Yeah.
He was.
Agreed.
I thought the ball. I was gonna say the ball looked good in his hands, but the ball looked good after it was in his hands. You know, like,
I feel like it
he
always
did
looks good in a
things.
Crows player's hand.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Which player whenever looks really ugly? Like, you know, they're just like standing there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. He gets it all.
Whenever a
What are
ball
you doing
player had
that?
the ball, you look fucking ugly with that foot in it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you, Rob didn't look good. I think it was the third quarter where Matt Crouch kicked it to him in the defensive goal square, and there was no play by that.
God. And he had no one to handball it to.
Yeah, everyone was up the ground, and he's like, "Oh, fuck, what do I do now?"
Hearing Port blame the umpires for the game
Oh,
has to be one of the most laughable things I have seen in a long time.
In the first half, I thought the umpiring was one-sided their way, to be honest.
it
But
was.
Yeah.
My barometer, I call it the Miranda barometer. Because if
How many
Miranda
times
barometer-
did she go,
Yeah, the Miranda.
"Ah, what?"
No, when she's just like, the fuck was that for?
Yeah.
She did that about 6 or 7 times in the second quarter, and that's always a good indicator that when my wife doesn't know, you're in trouble. But in all seriousness, I feel like, the second quarter especially, it was skewed against the Crows. What were your thoughts on that, Elodie? Do you remember? You're just like,
Why do you keep throwing to me for these
Yeah.
questions?
Sorry.
No specifics, please. I'll tell you what the bar was like for the game. That was pretty nice. No, I did. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Throw to someone else.
now,
That disallowed goal from Jordan Dawson.
Yes, I do remember
That's
that.
a prime example. Like a 12-point turnaround. And that's when the Crows were really getting into it. I think that it was 55 to 45 at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
and isn't it great that
Something
we're a
along those
multi-billion-dollar industry that we still have potato quality goal cameras?
Yeah. And we can't
beautiful.
even use it in the AFLW,
Yeah.
which we'll get to later in the pod.
Yeah. And I put up the tweet saying it's not a 1990s bank robbery. We can afford better cameras.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, there's a ball. Now it's not.
Oh shit, the frames moved too far. We
Yeah.
can't- what are you
How are we
going
going
to
to
do?
render that?
But I mean, it could have been a 4-point, 1-goal game at halftime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which would have completely changed the game.
4.1.
Sorry, 4-point game, 1-goal game, same thing.
Oh, 4 point. Oh,
So,
six.
Within a goal.
so close
A
margin.
one-kick game.
Yeah.
Understood.
That turned the momentum a bit though as well, because Port kicked a couple of goals after that. I'm pretty sure, didn't they?
Yeah.
I know that Todd Marshall kicked one with like 10 seconds left at the top of the
Yeah.
goal square.
Was it a 4 or 6 point goal?
5.
Five. Whoa.
Wow.
Impressive.
Good to see Braden Cook kicking his first goal too.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nick McHenry as well.
He was trying to tell everyone to get
first
around
goal.
him.
It's his first goal. They were like,
I
the kid,
understand.
he got the goals.
The chef.
Yeah, the chef.
But that was off the back of, I believe the ball came into, it was either Golant or Gallant, whatever you want to call him, or Himmelberg in a contest. And that's all you got to do. You just got to keep competing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
You got to get the ball and disperse the ball effectively.
And look good while you're doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't look shit with that
Aesthetic.
foot in your hands.
I thought it was nice, like you brought up Todd Marshall before. I feel like Todd Marshall is the Himmelberg of Port. Like he's the one.
Yes,
He's
he
like
is.
that key forward that they all hate. That is just like, oh, he doesn't do anything. And they both fired for this game.
Yeah.
They kicked 9 goals straight between them.
There you go.
Now, I feel like this game the success was only based off of what Ben is wearing right now.
Oh, yes.
The,
prison bars.
Yeah, the Garden Stakes. Guernsey, shout out to Adelaide Mail as well. We've almost sold out of them.
Have we? Oh, jeez.
Trojan Aluminium will be happy for that. They finally get half of their kitchen back. No, it was great to see a lot of them at the ground. And, of course, this also means that hopefully Hinkley stays on for another 10 years.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
How about the visceral reaction from the Port fans? What were your thoughts on some of those online? We'll get to them soon.
God.
We'll get to them soon. But
It was glorious.
So good.
yes, it was lovely.
Yes.
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 I feel like Port fans are very split down the middle. Like half of them are just like, you need leave Hinkley alone. He's done so much for our club. And the other half are just like, we should have got rid of him 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought Josh
Very evenly
Jenkins,
split.
I think he came out today on SEN and said basically he's not won over the Port fans the whole time he's been there or something like that.
Hmm.
He hasn't met anyone who's really loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
But
really...
maybe
Yeah.
that's just coaching
That's
Port.
sad.
So
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe.
Shall we get to some of the reactions, Cream, my boy?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
Good.
I have Facebook too.
Oh, wow.
So we have the app.
Wow. We all have it.
Amazing. I've got Twitter.
Oh,
It's blue though.
Oh,
the same
actually,
colour.
no, we need to talk.
Oh no, have we
one
missed
thing.
something?
Friend of the pod, Andy Munro.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Now,
yeah.
Andy Munro, he's a fan of Ash Williams, and Ash Williams is all about deals as well. But I've never seen a man do deals straight after. And when I say deals, I'm not talking about, dodgy stuff. I'm talking
Yeah,
about Guernseys.
He didn't shit his pants like Ash Williams, but
Yeah, he didn't drink Bang Rock Station in the first 10 overs of an ODI. But, yeah, that's a story for later, Cream. In fact, we do think that Cream is the Ash Williams version of this pod, don't we, Elodie?
yes, yeah, definitely. And what was the other one? Oh, Sam Roberts is the Lawrence Mooney because he just disappeared and never came back. R.I.P.
I'm going to start calling him Harold Holt.
Do you know there's a swim centre in New South Wales called the Harold Holt Swimming Centre?
You are kidding.
I'm not joking. You could Google that. Seriously. Yeah,
Is it because you can't get lost in a swimming centre or?
Well, it's got a deep pool. Anyway, so Andy Munro, straight after the game, paid $400 for a 1997 player issued top
Yep.
for Peter Burgoyne, long sleeves as well.
Yeah, debut number 26. He was adamant getting to the person wearing the Guernsey straight after the win. He only celebrated for like a minute or two.
Yeah, and then it was just jump over the chairs,
Yeah.
and I think he made an offer. Were you there when he made the offer the first time?
Yeah.
I think, and the guy was
He
like,
made
"It's
an
not
offer
for
during the
sale."
game.
Yeah, and the guy's like, "It's not for sale" or something, and then
So he got the guy right at the
Just watch the game.
at the pit of his disappointment.
I don't want
Yeah.
this shit anymore.
Yeah, take it up. I'll give you $400 for it. That's just beautiful.
Well, this is why I bullied Leighton into coming to sit with us, because I'm there half cut, and Andy's like, "Oh, that's a fucking player issue from 19 diggity 2, and I'm like,
We're at the
Where's
call at
Leighton?
Dickety.
Yeah.
Which was the style at the time.
Yes.
Anyway, was that a goodbye, Leighton, as a Guernsey man?
Yeah, goodbye. I think he's trying to trade it with a port collector.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was a good idea
Ulterior
getting it.
motive Munro.
That's what they call him.
Follow him on TikTok as well, Andy_Munro. I
Yeah.
think. Is that right?
I think so.
Either that or
Munro
Munro
jumpers or
jumpers.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andy
it's...
And you can see the footage of him, of the person taking off the port jumper on Marmalade.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
you took
brilliant.
that video, didn't you? Yeah. It's kind of funny plugging him because I'm pretty sure like about 50,000 more people watch this content than ours. But,
Probably.
But go on, the two of you that don't, go on.
All right, we'll go over to socials. Cream, you've got Facebook, and
Yes.
I'll get Twitter.
Okay, we'll start off with one of our Patreon contributors, loyal listener James Payne.
Yeah.
Here we all were screaming for Himmelberg's head, and he only goes ahead and plays his greatest game. A week really is a long time in football. Couldn't go too over the top celebrating as I'm currently in hospital, but what a weekend. 3 games, 3 wins, and perhaps still the biggest unanswered question of them all. How did Lockie Gallant... Oh God, I'm just going to call him Gallant for the rest of the
Yeah,
fucking
I reckon
Yeah,
it's
go on.
fine.
How did Lockie Gallant get the nickname Squiggles?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I
on
did
the
see
pre-game thing. I'm not sure.
It has to be something to do with Mr. Squiggles. Maybe he just looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my guess.
But was Mr. Squiggles the pencil for a nose man? Is that Mr.
Yes.
Squiggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more.
right.
I'm
Do you
more
reckon it's because
interested-
Rob held him by his ankles at some point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Draw, boy, draw.
I'm more interested in the 3 games, 3 wins comment.
Yeah.
How so?
Ah.
SANFL, AFL, AFLW.
Ah.
Come on.
yes, the other
Get with
footballs.
it. Yeah. There's other footy.
1, 2.
Ah.
In 2 days as well. Just
That deserves
confused.
a tick, Peter.
Now that is
Okay.
quick maths.
Benjamin Short. Still can't believe what I've just seen. Awful umpiring both ways. Both
Yep.
teams with momentum swings. And Jordan fucking Dawson. Surely we've just killed Hinkley's career at Port.
I hope not.
The best part, as soon as the siren went, is both coaches were smiling,
Yep.
and you knew one of them was not going to be happy.
Also, after all these comments, I want to talk about future scheduling. Jake Bokov, showdowns for first season wins just hit differently.
Oh.
Is it the top rivalry in Australia?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Julie Course, nothing like a win against a pretty awful football club. PAFC. Nice play on words. Go you Crows. Karen Smith. Fuck me, this is an essay. Well, didn't I say put Dawson in the forward line? Well. What? He wasn't there.
Was this on that position choosing app that we went over last year?
Yes, yeah, it must have been.
Didn't I say persevere with Himmelberg? Well, fuck me dead. Get Karen Smith on the board of selectors. When they played slow, I thought, oh no, not this again. Wish I was a runner. I would run out and say play fast. Well, runners can't go out on the ground anymore.
Play fast.
Frampton, good inclusion. We'll touch on.
Frampton.
We'll touch on Frilly Bampton afterwards.
How have we not talked about Frampton yet? That's maybe a good sign.
Another one, Gallant. I told you before he played a game, here's a gun. What is this?
Nostradamus, Carrie.
How many things is she saying?
Yeah, and who is she addressing with this? Like, I told you before. Like,
Yeah, it's like, who are you talking to?
Just thinks we're the club.
Key's the best warhorse. Crows can win without Tex and Sloaney. I felt sorry for Josh. That's just experience. Love
Freaky.
Ned. Maybe a few more jumpers with 26 on it. That's all I see at the games. My favourite player is Rowe. Great to see a huge smile on Matt Crouch. Rob played well.
He doesn't have to. You don't have
Great
to comment on
win,
every
guys.
player.
Now a few hard games when you arrive in Melbourne, but you've got the determination now.
I think this has been put in the wrong segment, actually.
Jeez, that was a mouthful.
All right, Justin Chiggy Cummings. I would say show Hinkley the door, son. Dawson in brackets. But he's too good to us. Pair about to go 0-5 with D's and the Hot Blues coming up. Our new fitness coach must know a thing or two. Wink, wink. Now, I want to touch on him. That was the first thing I thought after the win. Seeing the Crows run it out. Darren Burgess coming across.
Yep.
I haven't seen us look that good running out of game late in games for years.
Yeah. We don't look flat, especially early in the season. Usually you see, like, three-quarter time, both sides sort of start to slow down because they haven't had many match practice games. But
Yeah. Noticed it a little bit at the start of the last quarter when Frederick came on and he was just running circles around everyone for the first 5
That was a
minutes.
shit rendition of the gritty too.
We need to talk about that. Okay, nothing better than, he's done a dance after he's kicked the goal. And then 2 minutes later, clearly some producer, it's the gritty. He's done the gritty. And then Anthony Hudson's just like, I've got a note here. Apparently he has done a dance called the gritty. I'm not joking. And then I think I can't remember who it was in the comms box. It wasn't Dwayne. But
Jared
it
was all
yeah,
over.
Yeah, Jared was just like, glad you're across that one from the kids, Hutto.
By the way, if you want to see how it's done properly, look up Justin Jefferson, gritty, Griddy.
He played for LSU.
He plays for the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL, and he does it after every touchdown.
All right, I won't be doing it.
Matt Anderson said, Elodie, there's your answer.
Thank you.
Yep.
To the question we never...
Yeah.
Tyler Thompson, there's only about 4 left. Tyler Thompson, 100% the runner was telling Murphy, you're hurt, stay the fuck down.
No.
he had neck surgery.
He literally had neck surgery.
Yeah.
And the trainer went out and was telling him, yes, don't get up, because the last thing you should do if someone's flat on their stomach,
Is lift
so
them
they're
up by their
prone,
neck.
is to sublux them and rip their neck back, and then you might kill them.
Okay.
Which is not a good thing.
Wish I had that
that's
information when
bad.
I saw all the Port supporters on there. But
Ben Niedorfer says...
Wake up! Ding dong! Ding dong, you lost.
Ben Niedorfer says Iceberg survives for another week.
Iceberg.
Dan Linky said that ball had more swing than anything seen in Pakistan, and that's a tick.
Yep.
And last but not least, Shaheen Marty
good.
said, so good. I think I did my rotator cuff. Porter cooked, done. That turkey is drier than cromcrete.
Wow.
That's good.
That's a good comment.
And shout out to our friends. Shout out to our friends
Rotator
over
cuff
on Here We
for
Crow,
Shaheen.
the Here We Crow podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, poor old, I've met up with a couple of them before the game, and poor old Sam. I think he dislocated. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sam. Well, you're not here, but he dislocated.
We'll get him on at some point.
I've got him on the phone. Yeah, he dislocated his shoulder celebrating the win. So yeah, that's dedication. Good on you.
Also, before we go
Worth it. It's worth it. We won. It's good.
Before we go any further, we haven't touched on it yet, but I want to touch on it now. Obviously, Damon's not with us tonight. He's pretty crook at the minute, so
Hey, he's got the COVID.
looking forward to getting him back next week.
Do we clap that?
I don't
He's
want
called
to.
something. Oh, wait, hang on. That's bad.
No, I hope you're all right, mate. Deliver some potting mix for you. You asked for it. Anyway.
Hey. I feel like once you've had the COVID, like I have, it's just funny when other people get it. You're like, you got it too.
Your turn!
And speaking of Damon, he did do an interview with Doc Clark.
He did.
He did.
So make sure to check out on Patreon.
Correct. It'll be coming up. We'll cover that in
Part 2.
part 2.
And that wraps up the Facebook comments. Peter, you're up.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I forgot to do a Twitter post because I was that excited.
All right, Peter's not up. Who's got Instagram?
Well, that's the problem. I didn't do one there either. Now, in all seriousness, I need to give a big thank you to Kyron Turner, former head of the Adelaide Crows social media team, for sending us through the It's Always Better with Titanic edit.
Yes.
Oh, is that who Kizza is?
Yeah, that's who Kiz. Yeah. Because he's got like 6
And if you want to follow him, go on the Facebook page and his link is there.
It is.
Yes.
Thank you, Cream.
And apologies to everybody for Leighton can probably cover this. What happened to the walk and talk that we did after the game?
Oh,
We did do walk and talks, but
He forgot to press record.
no, I pressed record, but I turned the gain up really high, so I was just clipping. So how did you go editing that, Pete? You couldn't figure it out.
so I got
Couldn't salvage
a
it.
Google Drive link at about midnight, I reckon. And I
Thought I did so well.
I sat down and I'm just like, where am I? Anyway, all right. Start editing. And the first 3 or 4 seconds, crystal clear. And then it goes very well. And I was like that for 20, 25 minutes. I put it through that many filters on Audition. It just so we called it about 45 minutes after.
Well, a recreation of it is probably just a lot of, hey, go Crom, yeah, Crom. And that's
I
probably
did hear Jade.
just about it.
Jade,
Yeah.
who was supposed to be on tonight, but unfortunately she's a close contact. But hers was, she was up and about.
She was very up and
I
about.
love Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Why don't you marry her?
She's a good egg.
No, Jade's great. We love you, Jade.
All right, Jade, I guess it's happening.
I have no choice now.
Yeah, no.
The other shout out is to the guy who was it Dave?
Yeah.
It might be Dave, a listener of the show, who showed up with a Nathaniel's panini with him.
This guy,
He's been listening to the
he's
pod.
nursed a panini
Yeah.
the whole showdown.
And he didn't throw it up in the air at the
I
end.
know.
Managed not to eat it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like Joey's meatball son. He's just nursed it the whole bloody episode.
Just carry it wherever he goes,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah. Dedicated to the sponsors.
Yes, we'd love to see it.
Now, should we go through some questions? We did ask for some questions on the social.
Just not comments.
We're just
Yes,
not commenting.
yes, questions only. We want to talk, not you.
We do need to talk about the bet.
Yes. So
Hi,
if you
Jack.
go to Twitter,
If you go to Twitter and go to Jack Hudson's Twitter page, jhudson_10, well, he lost the bet in the final seconds.
which he wasn't expecting.
Which he wasn't. And to be honest, we weren't either. But, yeah, he has to wear himself wearing the Garden Stakes Guernsey. And also, shout out to hashtag Bring Back the Bars on Instagram. They don't realise how tags work on Instagram when you tag someone in a picture. So if you go to the Bring Back the Bars page, which is a completely Port Adelaide page, I've just tagged them constantly in Port Adelaide in the Garden Stakes thing, so it's just flooded all their tags.
That's great.
Go me. Does that cover up me not asking on Twitter?
Yes, yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Did you
Next, you go.
Did you want to say something about Frampton? You said you wanted to say something about Frampton.
So, Frilly
Go on.
Bampton. What did we think of his game? Obviously, Todd Marshall kicked 5.
Yeah, he had a really in-between game. Like, he did some really good things, and then
And
there
he
were
did some
times
really
where
bad
Todd
things.
Marshall was 20 metres ahead of him, and he's strutting behind going, oh, how's the view at the moment? Oh, you've got the ball.
What a
I'll
calamity.
stand the mark.
The perfect summary is I think maybe you said this, Elodie, is with the ball, he's great. He can dispose with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think he can.
Well, it's okay, but defensively, terrible.
Did you see the last thing he did in the game with the ball in his hand?
Yeah, he set up the last goal.
Yeah, he did a short kick. I know what you mean. It should have been a long one.
Well, not
Yeah.
even. He did a 15-metre chip kick, and
But
he
didn't
couldn't
make the
even hit it on the
distance.
full.
Yeah.
Oof.
They had the half. We're lucky that I can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
But
but it all
Matt
worked
Crouch.
out.
Matt Crouch half volleyed it.
Yeah.
and then put it out that
But
way.
it all worked out in the end.
It did.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
all it took was one of their players just, coat hangering the smallest person on our team. But otherwise,
fine.
it went to plan.
It wasn't really high. It was just sort of like a
It was at knee height the whole time. That kick.
yeah.
I thought we were fucking cooked when that kick.
So the answer all along though was to play Himmelberg and Frampton.
Yeah,
That was the
at
real
either
answer.
side of the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep them as far away from each other as possible.
They
So
just
does-
balance each other out, sort of.
So does that mean we don't play text this week then?
we do.
We'll
do.
get to that later, maybe.
Yeah, we'll touch on it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the reserves game that, if I'm not mistaken, was a curtain raiser for the main game on Friday night.
Riley
Yes.
Thilthorpe dominated.
Over double Port Adelaide score 18-15-123. The Crows defeated Port Adelaide 8-13-61.
Hold on, just speaking of scores, we have to mention Port Adelaide's score, what it adds up to.
Yeah.
They kicked 13 goals, 14, 92. It equals 119. Kick after the
It's the
siren.
board number. Ben, get up, turn around, show the
that's
camera.
funny.
Fucking hell. Get show the
I still
fucking
don't get
top.
what you just
Yeah.
Say it again.
So 13 plus 14 plus 92 equals 119, which
I
is their
rate
score.
that.
Yeah.
That's good, actually.
That's a
yeah.
Sir Swamp Thing stat.
That is-
something in that.
This is
well,
why-
this is why it's something.
That's like the other one. If you get Isaac Rankin, right? So like A equals 1, B equals 2. If you add up Isaac Rankin as it's spelled, it equals 119.
How do you know that?
I was bored.
You went through every player in the AFL and
Because
then
I'm
you
just
ended
like,
up
what
with
is
the
Jack
Suns.
Lukosius equal to? It was like 270 or something. Ah, shit.
Not close enough.
He's gone through every player in
Yeah.
every club, and that was the last one he did. I can imagine what you were like when you got to Atu Bosenavulagi from
Too
North
high.
Melbourne.
You could just tell it was too high. It's like 500.
Yeah. So obviously,
So yeah, sorry, reserves.
yes,
Yes.
that win has put the Crows, albeit after one game, Crows are at the top of the
Yay.
percentage, and Porter on the bottom.
Yay. Love it.
How about that mark from McAdam?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was blocked for the first couple of seconds. It was like Buddy's 1,000th goal, but otherwise, it was pretty bloody good. Your
bad
thoughts on
at
that, Elodie?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I remember
Specky.
being at the pub before the game, and everyone I guess the video came through of it, and everybody was just watching it. It was like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
We
Like,
should have selected him.
yeah. Oh, but did anyone go to the curtain raiser?
I saw the second half, and Riley Thilthorpe absolutely teared it up.
Oh.
Got the ball on the wing, went for a couple of runs. I think he set up that McAdam mark, set up another couple of goals. He was
Well, he kicked
really
3
good.
goals himself, had 16 touches, 3 tackles, and a hit out.
Whoa.
Yeah,
One
he-
whole hit out.
4 marks,
awesome.
4 inside 50s. That's a good game.
Yes. But how about Matty Wright? 5 goals, 1.
Oi.
Get him in the side.
Old man still got it.
Yeah. He's been doing this for like 3 years. He should just still be on an
Yeah,
AFL
why did he
list.
retire from Carlton? Honestly,
On my back, boys.
Surely he could be a top-up player, you know?
Yeah.
That could be a thing. Is he? Maybe he is. I don't know.
Well, he's the captain.
Someone write in. Send us a fax. I don't
Surely.
know.
In the meantime, a lot of people have been going on about Sam Berry's game. He
Yeah.
definitely pressed his claim for a recall.
He had 12 tackles, 28 touches, and a goal.
One
Wow.
goal, one.
It's impressive.
12 tackles. That's pretty good. That's
9
more than
clearances.
Oh.
9 clearances, 7 inside 50s. Yeah, taking the piss a little bit.
Like, yeah, it was against Port's reserves, who hasn't been good the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you give him the opportunity in the middle, where you see heaps of centre bounce attendances.
And speaking of opportunities, Saligo, who got dropped from the team, had 21 touches, 1 goal, 1, 3 inside 50s, 3 rebound 50s. That's a good game too.
Great to see.
How did Strong go? Did he get his usual 50 hit outs?
Let's find
Only
out.
24 hit out.
24. Ooh.
It's not coming in.
Maybe he
for this week.
transferred his powers to Rob for that day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Himmelberg.
It can't happen all at once.
Nah, exactly.
But it's not all good news because McCasey didn't have a great game.
Oh,
McCasey.
McCasey.
Yeah,
Whoops.
sorry.
I
Not
remember him.
McCasey. Yeah, he's still on that list. Pick 5,
Funny
wasn't
that.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
7 touches and 2 marks.
Just to remain impartial, firstly, you know Port's struggling in the Rezzies pretty badly when Jace Burgoyne on their list for the first year as their top disposal getter.
Ooh, yeah.
But Elodie's man,
Berg boy.
he was second highest with 21 touches, 4 marks, 4 tackles, 4 clearances, 7 inside 50s.
I heard he tore it up. I don't really understand
So
why
bring
he's
him in.
not playing for them, but yeah, bring him in or don't.
We didn't mind in the showdown. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just celebrate the fact that Port are shit.
Hey.
Like, in all
Hey.
seriousness,
I went
imagine
3.
crap in the bed, like, against our SANFL team. I'm not saying that we're bad or anything else like that, but in the sense of, what hope do Port fans have? Come on, come over. It's all right.
All right, next up, we're going to touch on around the grounds.
Oh.
We'll do a lightning round for this one, that's for sure.
So, based on fixturing,
Hey.
what do you think of the other Friday night game?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Get onto that.
If Friday night is not a indication that in future it should be a standalone game on a Friday night,
Yeah.
then I don't know what is.
I reckon, going ahead, that AFL House will keep doing doubleheader Friday nights.
Why?
Because if you think about it from the Melbourne market, their game finished about an hour before ours did.
Yeah.
And because of that, you had everyone after the end of the Melbourne Bombers game.
I think it finished, half time.
Yeah, so they all tune in. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's a good
perfect segue for them. And you get the money.
That's what it's about, people.
It's all about the cash.
But what was the actual idea behind it that this was supposed to be the AFLW Grand Final and they were trying to
Yeah.
free up Saturday afternoon for it?
It's just sort of bad timing that they wanted to do the Friday night showdown on this round.
on that exact round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the Derby, which was a absolute.
No, we'll touch on that now when we go around the grounds.
Yes. We'll start at the start, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking oath.
Come on.
Let's rip into it.
So the Bulldogs won against the Sydneys.
Yeah.
No, that's
They
back
did.
in March. That was ages ago.
Ah,
To be fair, that should have been a much bigger gap. What did Bulldogs kick? 8 goals, 17 or something? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Perfect to me
something
because I
like
got the
that.
margin dead on for tipping. So
Nice. We got to round 3 and I've already forgot to do my tips, so I didn't tip
So you got all the
anything.
away teams probably.
Yeah, that's it. I thought Buddy would just stop now. He's got
Yeah.
he's done his thing, but he was
He's
on
achieved
fire
his
that
goal.
game.
2 goals, 19 touches. But yeah, Bulldogs kicked 17 behind.
Yeah,
9 goals.
Oh,
that's not good.
did anyone get the dodo?
Let's check.
oh, we'll touch
There
on
were
that.
people. And Ben is filthy about it.
We'll move on. Oh,
No one got the dodo in that game.
oh.
No, sad.
So they shared it around. Everyone was shit. Anyway, Melbourne beat Essendon. This was,
good from Essendon.
yeah.
Essendon were impressive.
They
Even
were
though
in front
lost,
for a good chunk.
they lost by 29 points.
It was pretty close towards. They just sort of kicked away at the end, Melbourne, as they do.
This was a carbon copy of the Gold Coast game. Gold Coast stuck with Melbourne
Yeah.
early as well. They just couldn't keep up with them for the full game.
I thought when Zaret went down, no Zaret, no Essendon, but
Zeret.
Zach Merritt.
Zach Merritt.
Gotta be quick.
First time I've had
Time
that.
is money.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I can't afford the extra syllable.
Because didn't they used to have another Merritt, like Matt Merritt or something?
Oh, potentially.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the way of Justin?
But I was surprised that like Parrish and McGrath didn't really impact that much. Like they didn't really step up. It was that other guy, Caldwell.
Jai Caldwell,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was sort of the
Caldwell.
one that stepped up. Caldwell, yeah, sorry, can't afford that. And what about 20 marks from Brayshaw? Jesus, crazy. 20 marks.
I wonder what the
That's
record
a
is.
lot.
Little
Marks.
Gussie in the helmet, Mr. Helmet Head.
Oh, we love him.
Imagine him and Caleb Daniel wrestling.
Make it happen.
Do it.
And last but not least, that Sam Durham kid played for number 22 for Essendon. He was very impressive, Mr. Surham.
Good. Charm.
So next up,
Don't do this.
Gwis beat Gook at
Oh, no.
Don't even touch
Gant
this
Stadium. And they only had like
4,000.
4,000 fans.
Yep. It is the two newest teams in the
They've
competition.
been around for about 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On a sunny afternoon.
On a sunny afternoon. You know,
I was too busy watching the.
Jacksonville
recovering
Jaguars,
from
they
watching the
were in
AFL
contention
games.
for the fucking Super Bowl within 2 years when they came in.
This game was garbage.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was a hot mess.
Imagine
5
tipping
goals
the
to one in
Suns.
the 5 goals to one in the first quarter, and then nothing else happened the rest of the game.
Yeah, basically.
And there was like an 8-goal. Was there not like an 8-goal difference? And then just Gold Coast kicked some junk.
Yeah, I think it was
pretty
something like
much.
that. Yeah. Gold Coast are weird in that they definitely got a lot of good players now, and I think their midfield is a bit weird because you got like Rao and Took as I guess your two primo midfielders,
Yes.
but they play both like they both play such different types of football.
Yes.
Rao's very like contested possession, whereas Took is just like a chip kick it around sort of thing,
But
and they
didn't
just
they,
don't gel.
Didn't they like double tag Took?
Yeah,
like, the
I
whole
think so.
game?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Gold Coast like, oh no, what do we do now?
Yeah, and Rao got something like 13 tackles or something. So I guess,
shit.
yeah,
He was trying hard.
He was trying. He was trying to protect Took. Yeah. Anyway, don't check out. Bruce came back. We love Bruce.
We do. That bloke's a man mountain.
He is.
He's
He
a
is
big
huge.
boy.
He is enormous.
Big boy.
Bred different, that bloke.
There was an April Fool's thing that GWS had brought Mummy back into the side. And I love
Oh,
that.
perfect.
Bring him back.
Next up, we got Brisbane getting over 100 points over North Melbourne at the Gabba.
The fucking dodo
I think
showed
I
its
called
head.
that. I think I called that last week.
Was
Yeah, I
that
think we
Charlie
did.
Cameron?
Yeah.
He fucked
So
ya.
what happened in your multi? Ben?
Well, we had Brisbane to win by more than 70. That was a tick easy. Danaher to kick 3 or more. That was easy. Aaron Hall to get 25 or more. That was easy. And Charlie Cameron to kick 3 or more goals. And he kicked 2 goals, 6.
Oh. Surely it should have just
love
been
that.
18 points or more. Because he would have got
Surely.
it. 2-6.
Wow.
Sure. Betting agencies should just make up a rule that if a fucking
What, to-
player kicks 6 behinds, they'll count it as a goal. Honestly, it's more difficult. It's so much more difficult to kick 6 behinds than it is to kick 1 goal.
He had some opportunities in the last quarter as well and passed off about 3 times as well. I'm not happy. Oh.
Filthy.
Now, speaking of filthy.
Ah!
This game.
Drop pies.
I remember your message of hot pies.
Oh,
And then like 3/4
and then in the
time.
Patreon's chat, how's that working for you? How's that working for you?
Yeah, I
How's that
sent,
working for you?
I sent a message through at about, I don't know, halfway through the third quarter saying hot motherfucking pies. And then they just jump back in the freezer.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What were they, 5 goals up?
I did say this last week, and that wasn't even the worst game of the weekend. We'll touch on it. But I did say last week, this year more than any, momentum and swings in games and teams going on runs. I've just noticed it that much more. It stands out, or it's emphasised that much more when a team gets on a roll. And this was no different. Jezza Cameron just...
I think you guys were shit.
Jezza Cameron had a field day in the end.
Good analysis.
I think
The anti-Burgess effects run out of legs in the last quarter.
Yeah, and how's Kane Corns picking on Jack Ginnivan again?
Again.
Again.
He's a 19-year-old
Like, fucking leave him
kid.
alone,
It
you
was-
fucking wanker.
I can't remember who it was, but there was a thing about Kane Corns in his 11th game flipping the bird.
Yeah.
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 I'm-
Kettle.
I'm a bit salty at Jack Ginnivan, but it's because he cut and bleached his hair.
Yes, I did see that.
It's mainly appearance, not performance.
I saw him on the TV. I was like,
Exactly.
who the
It's the
fuck is that?
I didn't see any of this game because I was out, but the one thing I did see was the sling tackle on Dangerfield, which was quite nice. The goat.
The goatee.
The goat.
And he got a week for that
did.
from memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. But
They're trying to stamp it out. I mean, Dangerfield did still play out the rest of the game. Apart from Jeremy Cameron, he was probably their best, had 25 touches and a goal, so it clearly didn't
But it's not about the result.
injure him, but
no, knock
Yeah,
some
no.
sense into him.
yeah, no. Knocked him into form.
It
Oh,
comes
that's right,
around
I'm not
pretty-
injured.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Carlton winning by a point
doing absolutely everything they could to lose this game.
Another prime example.
They kicked 7 goals in the first quarter and
Yep.
only 4 afterwards.
Momentum.
Yep.
Yeah. This was a good game though. I liked it. If you had told me that Carlton vs Hawthorn would be a nice game, I would have like last year, nah. But yeah, they're actually both looking pretty good. It was a tough contest. I reckon Carlton look like they have the best midfield in the comp.
Well,
but
Patrick Cripps is
Yeah.
leading the
He's-
Brownlow.
yeah.
He will be on 9 votes after 3 rounds. So there's your first creamy's call. If
So
you
that's
don't,
3
Oh.
for the 3 games.
yeah,
That's 3.
There's your creamy's call. He
There's
will poll
9.
best on ground in each of Carlton's first 3 games,
Oh,
and it won't be
100%, yeah.
close.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, he's next level. And once Sam Walsh is definitely getting back into it. I think he's just a little bit because
Working his way back.
Yeah, because he was injured. But once those two are both firing,
Yeah.
And Chera was obviously
Chera,
back on the
yeah.
weekend. I think everyone, well, maybe it's just me. I think they're just expecting Cripps to get injured. Start carrying an injury. Because
Yeah.
it's like
Waiting for
every
him.
year.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like it.
It's like the first thing that happens when Carlton starts shitting the bed is, he's playing with a broken back, or he
Exactly.
needs injections every week, or he broke his leg in
fell off.
round 19.
yeah.
But I mean, if he can keep this up for another 12 to 15 games, he should win it.
Yeah.
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 Next up, some team beat Richmond.
Hey, that was Richmond.
This is the
shit
one I
the
was
bed.
talking about.
More
you
momentum.
think that Collingwood dropped the soap in the shower?
Look at that worm.
Well,
Look at the worm.
Mate.
It's like a stairway to heaven. Look at that.
Right up there to the Saints, huh?
That's crazy.
The what team? Oh, the forgotten team.
Who?
Richmond were up by 25 points, closing in on 3/4 time, and conceded 64 points in a row.
Yeah. That
The
was,
best part is
Okay.
Hardwick's face.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like there was any wind,
They just don't
No,
like travelling to
because the
Marvel.
roof was closed.
Yeah, that was that. Like you said, like momentum is just
Yeah.
crazy. Richmond kicked 2 goals in the first 34 seconds of that
Yes.
game, which I think was like the fastest in a long time. The 2 goals being kicked. But anyway, yeah, they just stopped. They just completely stopped.
Even in the
It's-
first quarter, it was like 40 to 38 at quarter
Yeah.
time or something. They kicked 12 goals between them. Like, it was
Crazy.
just stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's completely baffling.
Yeah.
Eddie had...
What a quagmire.
Eddie had obviously definitely facilitates fast footy. Fast, like free-flowing footy when you're close to the roof. Just zipping it around. Just
Cream. It's Colonial.
The Telstra
Colonial
Dome.
Stadium.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
Eddie had Colonial,
Marvel.
Telstra Dome, Marvel,
Docklands.
Docklands. Am I missing one? I don't know.
Marvel.
Telstra Dome.
Throw it back to the first time I went
Eddie
there.
had-
Fucking 2004, I think it was still called Telstra Dome.
Yeah.
Good for you, Cream. Anyway,
Crows and Pies.
that was a good game.
It was.
Is that the McLeod goal on the left foot on the boundary?
No,
04?
That was
No,
05.
That was 05, yeah.
Yeah.
05.
Yeah.
Which happened a year ago today, or as we're recording, like the 3rd of April. Oh, no, yesterday.
Come on,
your
says one thing. What are you doing?
Close enough.
All right, what's it? Last but least, what is it?
Freo
lowest-
beat the West Coast under-18 team.
Lowest ever score in a derby from West Coast.
Yeah.
Previous was 48, and they went close in the last couple of minutes, but
47. they ended
Freo
up on.
put the cue in the rack.
Yeah.
I
Breaking.
think one of our patrons was saying that West Coast were favourites for this.
Yeah.
Was that
Freo
what?
are paying
What the hell?
$2.
What? How is that a thing?
I think because they had that many ins. But
They
all
had
the-
Nick
all-
Nat
Yeah.
back, and
But all the
Yeah.
ins hadn't played in God knows how long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah,
news, you
yeah,
can't
exactly.
change 16 players 2 weeks in a row and expect to win.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not the
that
same
was-
team.
and you still need a gel with the other players. Like, all these kids
Exactly.
barely played any footy.
There's been 6 players that have played all 3 games this year for West
Yeah.
Coast. That's it.
6.
6.
Wow.
If you're listening and you don't know footy or sports in general, it takes a long time to gel with a team. Know where a bloke's going to run. Know how fast he can run.
If you're listening
Know
and
where
you
he
know
wants to
nothing
footy.
about footy or sports in general, I'm very surprised you've gotten this far.
Tune out now.
Kind of like us here with our chemistry. We don't know what Cream's going to do. No. We're still working on it.
It's a lucky dip.
Every minute's a new adventure with Cream.
I feel like there should be a backing to that. There should be some music behind that.
Yeah.
No.
But access denied.
That's a
But last but not least, in the first part, to round it out, we will bring you, you know what, a tipping update.
Oh.
We will.
Ben's going to get that up. And in the meantime, we're going to...
We will have a part 2 that'll be coming out later in the week. We'll talk all things AFL Women's Prelim and about the grand final as well, which is going to be fan-bloody-tastic.
Yes.
Can't wait for that one.
Beautiful. You get all your favourite segments, like, I don't know, 5 of them from Ben.
Yeah, Ben's hour of power.
Yeah,
Hour of power with Ben.
back to back, Benny. To back.
Benny, back to back.
We'll have to isolate that one. Benny Mac, tipping. What's happening?
Well, with a whopping score of 10 each sitting at the bottom of the table, we have got Leighton, along with Lockie Dan tied at the bottom, who I'm pretty sure won our tipping comp last year.
I forgot to go in this.
Yeah, you did. We realised that last week when we were
Dog!
Damon sits one better with 11.
Oh.
Elodie's on 13 despite not entering tips. She got 6 this week.
Actually, I think I did some of my tips, just not all of them, so it's fine. It's fine.
Pick and choose.
That's it.
Exactly.
Miranda sits at 14 tips and 16th position overall.
She's not trying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If she was, she'd be lower.
Well, she got more tips than you, so...
Yeah, true.
Pete sits in 12th position with 15 tips. I'm sitting third with 17 in total.
Yeah.
And at the top, we have got Sophie and Dylan tied on 18.
Wow. Oof. There you go.
Oh, wow. That's
Good on you, Sophie.
Yeah, good on you, Soph. Not Dill. Oof.
Fucking still.
Screw deal. And check out Soli Designs for all of your
Hell yeah.
earrings and canvas needs.
Sponsor of Wednesday Night Live as well.
Yep,
Get around.
you'll see her little mascot, little thing
Logo.
on the board.
Yeah, right in the corner of all the misspelled players.
Oh, we're going to fucking fix that too. But we will be back shortly with part 2. Thanks, Ellie.
Thank you.
Peter.
Thanks to our sponsors, paying me to say Trojan Aluminium, Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini. Thank you.
No worries, Benny Mac.
Thank you.
And Mike. Thank you. Stay tuned.
Go, Crum.
Go, come.